Happy New Year, AmpGuard! My name is Gumjaw, and this is the V9 Monthly Report for January 2021. First on the docket, I am pleased to announce that survey number 5, the survey covering quests, roleplay, magic items, and monsters, has now become the second most responded survey to date. It has over 700 responses so far. This is surpassing the Armor survey, which is sitting around 650 right now, and still a little ways off of our most responded survey, survey number 1, which has over 1,000 responses. That is absolutely mind-blowing. Now, to put this all into perspective, our goal for our surveys is 500 responses. That's what we were hoping for. That's what we're satisfied with. These surveys have knocked that right out of the ballpark. So, from the bottom of my heart, thank you guys so much for coming out in droves to respond to these surveys and let your voice be heard. Give yourselves a well-deserved pat on the back. Next up, the V9 team has recently completed a reflection on our goals and accomplishments from 2020. We've shifted some roles and pivoted some of those goals to better reflect our members' strengths based on their achievements in 2020, where they succeeded best and where they were struggling. You know, we're all volunteers here, and we want to make sure that those who've come out to help us with the V9 development are able to contribute in their best ways, even if that initial plan that they had in mind didn't quite go the way they wanted. Perhaps there's a better angle that they can contribute to. And this is both true for our core members, our focus group members, and our external staff who are helping us with things like AI, the websites, social media, all that kind of stuff. So we are committed to making sure that we are having all our volunteers in the best roles possible for them, and also avoiding that dreaded burnout. No one in this team needs to be suffering from burnout. That is only going to create a poor product. So we've taken all the lessons we've learned from 2020, and we are going to line them up for smoother sailing in 2021. That all said, I'm sure that you're all aware that the USA and Canada have no plans on getting back to normal anytime soon. Yes, the vaccines have been rolling out, but if you look at any projections from various governments, it's not looking like we're going to have a regular summer, spring, or even fall this year. So, with that in mind, the V9 team has basically accepted the fact that in-person playtesting will not be happening this year. Now, that's not to say we might not have some areas or some parks somewhere that will actually be able to field. What we're saying is we don't feel comfortable trying to draw any meaningful conclusions from such a limited playtest. So we're going to be holding off on in-person playtests until we can all get out there and get some hard and, more importantly, numerous playtesting data. And so our 2021 plan is going to shift in order to accommodate a still quarantine, still COVID research process. At this time, this delay should only affect our internal timelines and should not change our estimated release date, which is currently after GOTC 2024. With that in mind, we will keep you all up to date. It is only the start of the year, so as things progress, keep checking these monthly reports, and we'll let you know as the progress continues and as we see how the vaccines play out and how COVID plays out. Cool? Cool. Taking a look at the focus groups now, the program has been running as intended so far. However, the older focus groups, the ones that have been there for a couple months now, have begun to stagnate as we, the V9 team, have been waiting for the completion of the surveys before we give them any concrete direction. Now, you know, there's only so much theory crafting each focus group can do before you essentially run out of fuel to theory craft with, right? All of the focus groups there have been grinding through tons of ideas and putting lots of arguments and statements and ideas, and they've been doing so much work And we are so happy to have all these brilliant people on board to help us, and we are looking forward to the time when we can actually give them direction. But as the V9 team right now, we want to wait until all the surveys are done so we can look at the big picture and go, okay, this is our first narrowing down direction where we want to go. We have a very specific process that we're following to make sure we do this right. And unfortunately at this time, the focus groups are kind of sitting adrift waiting for marching orders, so to speak. That said, we are looking into some plans to either put the focus groups into a kind of reserve for now and basically say, hey, cool, stand by, we'll come get you, once we're ready to move, or alternatively finding some other way to keep them engaged and squeeze out any last bits of thoughts, or maybe pivot and instead of theory crafting, maybe go some different angles with their knowledge base so far to keep them engaged, keep them ready and warmed up to go, so as soon as we're able to make some decisions, bam, out of the gate, and everyone's fired up and ready to go. And last, but certainly not least, I am pleased to introduce Heron from the Kingdom of the Northern Lights as the newest member of the AmpGuard V9 Core Development Team. Heron is a Paragon Warrior, a rules rep, and highly active in the AmpGuard community both on and offline. She brings a wide range of skills, experiences, and perspectives that up until this point, the V9 core team has been sorely lacking. We are overjoyed to have found someone that fits the team so perfectly and fills in all those niches that we were looking for up to this point. Alongside the rest of the team and all their skills and all their talents, I know we'll be able to achieve even greater heights for the future of AmpGuard. So everyone join with me and welcome Heron as the latest member of the AmpGuard V9 core team. Welcome, Heron. So before we close out the monthly report for January 2021, I want to remind everyone that if you have applied for the focus group programs, about a month after you've applied, please check your emails. You know what? Check them now. Check them regardless. Check your emails for an invitation from v9@ampguard.com. That is the email. We will send out the invitation to you if you are selected for participation in those focus groups. We have a bunch of people who have not yet replied to those invitations, so please look in your email box, check out those invitations, and join us as part of the V9 development process. That all said, AmpGuard V9 survey number 6 is now available for completion. This covers the fundamental battle game mechanics of the game, incantations, enchantments, states, all that juicy meat and potato stuff that you guys have been so eager to share with us up until this point. You can now give us your feedback about that, and I don't know about you, but I'm hoping we see 700, 800, 900, break that record, more than 1,000 responses. Come on out, share your voice, and help us make the next iteration of AmpGuard the best it can be. My name is Gumjaw. I am the director of the AmpGuard V9 project. Thank you so much for watching this video, and I will see you next month. Take care. Bye-bye.